anyone there?
Is it December?
Yes, it is.
Is it snowing out?
Not if you're in Phoenix.
It's been rainy, though.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of snow, did you see my post of the pictures from my hometown?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, it's a magical winter wonderland, but it's also like 50 below zero, so...
No, so we're not surprised because she's talking about Alaska. So, of course, it's a winter wonderland.
I was talking about Hawaii.
Hawaii?
I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
I wonder if it ever snows in Hawaii.
I don't know. Hawaiians, will you tell us? Oh,
yes.
You know that Hawaiian Christmas song, Melikaliki Ma? You know how
Yeah.
they go, now I know that they say, it's Hawaii's way.
Oh, yeah.
When I was a kid, I always thought it said,
It's a
wise way.
Oh.
And I would sing and I'd be like, it's a wise way to say Merry Christmas.
I still thought it was a wise way.
I've just learned that it's like, it's Hawaii's way.
Were you today years old when you figured that out too?
I just learned it not that long ago.
Wow. I still thought that. Well, okay.
Because it sounds like it's a wise way,
It's
but
a wise way to say.
but it's Hawaii's way.
Oh, well, that's more clever and more cute.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Obviously, it's the song
song.
Hawaii.
I noticed when I was in Hawaii, they spell it the same, but there's apostrophe between the I's.
In Hawaii?
Yeah, like for the word Hawaii.
Oh, because that's why it's Hawaii.
It's Hawaii. Yeah. I guess we spell it wrong. It's rude.
Welcome to America, where we don't give a shit.
Welcome to America. It's rude here.
Yeah. I'm Caitlin.
Oh, I'm Sarah.
Nice to see you guys.
Nice to see you.
I almost said nice to meet you too, and I stopped myself.
I know.
Nice to meet us.
Nice
for
to
you
meet
guys.
us, yeah.
It's nice to meet us.
What have you guys been up to?
That's boring. We're done listening to you.
Yeah, that was okay. You can tell us maybe never.
Oh, God.
Well, unfortunately, I have this weird stomach bug thing. I'm a little lackluster.
Lackluster. Okay, I will have enough for the both of us.
Okay, cool.
First, do we have any house cleaning? Before I get too excited about our beer.
Yes. If you haven't left a review, please leave us a review.
Yes, please.
Please,
and thank you.
We could use some of those.
We'll send you a card.
Yeah, we'll send
We're
you
still doing that. A card with
Yeah.
a luminol sticker for free.
Free. All you have to do is leave a review and then let us know.
And tell us where you live.
Oh my god. Do not tell us that.
They have to, so they get a card.
Oh.
Not on the
yeah.
review. Not on your review. But if you leave us a review, you
Yeah.
have to tell us where you live if you want a card and a sticker.
Yeah.
And we might show up one day. Probably not.
We will not. That sounds very illegal.
I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. We will not do anything with your address except send the card and then shred it.
Yes. Yes, we will.
Yes.
So that's what we'll do. That's the only house cleaning I have, I think.
Them's the laws of the land.
Do you have any house cleaning notes?
No, we're perfect.
You say that every time.
I know, because we're perfect.
Okay.
We're perfectly unperfect.
I like that.
Thanks. Okay, you guys. Sarah trusted me to go to the store to get the beer, as she always does. But this time, I went to a lovely place called Cost Plus World Market.
I love World Market.
Me too. I went, and I actually went because there's a candle.
Mm-hmm.
I combined the word candle and grandma. There's a candle that I got my grandma for her birthday, and she talked about it. So I was like, oh, I'll go back and get another one.
Yeah.
So I went to see if I could find any Christmas gifts, and I bought the candle, and then I got beer for us, and then I bought myself coffee. It was not a good Christmas shopping thing, but I got myself some coffee.
Always happens to me where I go to Christmas shop for other people and I buy things for myself.
Yeah.
I'm like, what am I doing?
I know.
This is not what I'm here for.
I know.
I can't stop.
But while I was at World Market, I bought I didn't even care what kind of beer it was. I can't wait till you guys see the label. It's called Santa's Butt. It's a picture of Santa sitting with his butt facing you, and you can it's a plumber's crack, but there's no crack. It kind of looks like he's wearing a diaper under his pants.
Or I think that's a shirt tucked in.
I know, but it looks
yeah,
like a diaper.
it does look a little diapery. He's got a booty on him in this one.
Yeah.
But it's done like an old Norman Rockwell painting. Like, it looks very...
Why is that hand so small?
Actually,
his face is creepy.
That's funny that you bring that up, because I went to art school. My degree's in drawing, and so when the hands are small and the face is unnaturally big, it just shows that person hasn't had a ton of experience in portraits. That's what you naturally do when you haven't done portraiture a lot. And so what you have to do is you have to make the hands bigger than you think they are, and the face and head smaller than you think they are. It's like a weird optical illusion that happens. It feels right when you're drawing that, but it's wrong. So it's just someone who hasn't done a ton of portraits.
And it says, and Santa sat on his great butt enjoying a hearty brew.
I can relate.
In case you find that amusing, the brewer hastens to point out that in England, butt refers to a certain size barrel. This goes back to Evan and the scuttlebutt.
What?
It's a certain size barrel customarily used for beer, a very large barrel. In fact,
Scuttlebutt.
Yeah. Still snickering, eh? Get your mind out of the gutter, or Santa will be skipping your house entirely this year.
So it's Santa's scuttlebutt.
Yeah.
It's Santa's barrel. So that's one of our second Patreon exclusive episodes.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I said it like you guys all knew.
Evan, my husband, was on one of our Patreon exclusive episodes. So if you're a $5 a month or up subscriber, you get to listen to all of those. And he went off about scuttlebutts. It's like
we had a scuttlebutt beer, and
Yeah.
then he pulled out this Navy book from the side of his bed like a loser and described scuttlebutt, and then it was like the barrel.
Yeah, but anyway, so this is Santa's butt. It's his barrel.
Yeah, so this is an English beer from the United Kingdom, from Ridgeway Brewing in Oxfordshire. And it's a winter porter. And I'm going to actually take this home.
Yeah.
Because I want to keep the bottle.
To try. Just a little for me. Thank you. The cap is like bright red and shiny like an ornament. I might be the one to burp this time with my stomach problems.
Please don't.
It's very British.
I like it.
Yeah. It's
The
very,
aftertaste is really good.
It's very bitter. First part it tastes like it might be a little sour or something. But I also just had some stomach medicine, so...
I like it. It is
Yeah.
a very British beer. It kind of tastes like banana bread, but without the banana.
Yeah. So like regular bread.
Well, no, because you know how banana bread has the different... So banana bread has a different kind of consistency, and
Yeah.
it's like cinnamony.
It's like
tastes
a quick bread.
Yeah, it tastes like a bread like that, but no banana flavor, just like the cinnamony stuff.
Yeah, it tastes like just a yummy, quick bread. Almost like zucchini bread or something. Where
Yeah.
you don't taste the fruit in it.
Yes.
Yeah, I got that. It also tastes more like a brown ale to me than a porter. Mm-hmm. But
It does not taste anything like a porter.
no. Do you guys know what a porter is over there?
A porter... Oh, I was...
In United Kingdom?
Yeah, do you? Marie? Do you know what a porter is?
Yeah, the one listener who we know is in the UK.
Marie's queen of beer.
She's queen of everything.
She is queen of everything.
Alrighty, what's our theme today?
Oh, okay. So you guys, I'm just going to rag on Sarah for a minute.
Let's do it.
So because there's 4 weeks in a month, there's 4 episodes in a month, we decided that we each are going to pick 2 themes a month. So my lazy ass is like missing persons, and Sarah picks her goal is to pick these very obscure things. So Sarah's the one who picked farms last time that I turned into body farms. So Sarah, tell them what you picked for this obscure theme.
Snow.
Yeah. How the fuck do you find a murder case about snow?
You just do it.
Okay. So again, my lazy ass went to Google and typed in snow murders.
Did murders come up?
Yeah.
Did you know you just answered your own question about how to find murders about snow?
Jesus, I roll. Well, I'm going to talk about the Snowtown murders in Australia.
Oh my gosh, it's legitimately in Snowtown?
Yeah.
Okay, I kind of love that.
So I took your theme very literal. And I'm doing Snowtown, Australia.
I should have done like something. Isn't in Game of Thrones his last name's Snow?
Yeah, Jon Snow.
I should have done something about Game of Thrones.
Well, so all of the bastards in the different areas have the same last name. So like if you're in the north and you're a bastard, your last name is Snow.
Gotcha. That's weird.
That's what it is. Like you don't get your dad's you don't get a last name from the family. Like he wasn't a Stark. Even though he was raised with the Starks, he was a Snow. That's how they can tell the bastards. You get
That's
like
mean.
That's the olden days.
I'm like, this is a true story. That's how it was back then.
It is, yeah.
In Game of Thrones days.
Even though but that's how, yeah.
I wonder if it was ever like that in any place. That's clever. I mean, it's terrible because it's
It's clever to give those bastards different last names.
But it is clever.
Fuck those bastards.
No.
I'm Caitlin, and I'm going to go first with Snowtown Murders.
Let's
I
do
shouldn't
it.
say it so happily. This is... Okay.
With the Jolly Snowtown murders. Santa butt, give me another cup of...
Santa, but when I got here, And I showed Evan the beers because Sarah was away for a minute, and I was telling Evan, and then Evan was like, put them in the freezer so it gets cold, and I was like, I just put Santa's butt in your freezer.
What did he do?
He was like, eye roll.
Kind of ignored you.
Yeah, he doesn't think it's funny. My case is pretty brutal.
Ooh.
I won't get into more detail than I have to, but it's there's torture and it's just brutal.
Okay.
So my sources: Ranker, an article by Laura Allen, Crime Investigation Australia. I watched a documentary, and I'm gonna say Australia, fucking hell, mate. Like, I started watching this documentary,
and you got me feeling down under.
Yeah, very down. I couldn't finish it. Here in America.
One, we're rude. Two.
Well, okay, I'm used to watching, right, like, the ID channel or what Oxygen or whatever. They do a lot of reenactments, but they're our reenactments are very cheesy.
Yeah.
So this is going to give away a moment of the crime, but I'm watching this Crime Investigation Australia, like, documentary episode. I just found it on YouTube. And at one point, the serial killers are killing this guy in a bathtub. And they just show the guys, like, stabbing him, and they show blood flying everywhere. It was the most vivid. It was like you were watching a murder. And I was like, what the fuck, Australia?
Wow. That wouldn't happen here.
I was not prepared for that kind of reenactment. And then it was just, they showed everything.
It's the same as television in Europe. Like, when I was living in Spain, I was living with these people. I was their personal, like, nanny. Anyways, they were watching TV one night, so I came and sat down after the kids were in bed, and they were watching something about, like, really quick speed doctors. Like, it was a tent set up, and people could go in and get things looked at and ask questions, and they just filmed it all. And so I sat down and just was expecting it to be, like, kind of neutered like it is on American television. And this person bends over and just opens their butt to show the doctor, and it just shows it. And I, like, screamed. They're like, what? I'm like, they can't show that on TV. And they're like, no, after 10, you can show anything you want. I was like, what? That can't be a rule. They're like, no, this is normal.
The theme of today is butts.
Oh, yeah.
But.
Just wait till I pick next month's themes.
Can it be? But I'm gonna pick toilet one month. I'm gonna pick fucking toilet.
Don't you dare.
That does remind me, though. There's this British dating show.
Yeah.
Where they go into these boxes. You can find it on YouTube here. Let's say, like, and it could be men or women, like gay, straight, whatever. So let's say you're looking for dudes. So there'll be like 5 different colored kind of tube things, and there's a man behind each one.
It was like the dating game, kind of?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, that happened in the United States in, like, the 90s and 80s?
Oh, no, with this one, so each box is different colors. So first they raise the front of the box to about their waist, and these people are naked. So you are just looking at...
Not like the dating game. No. Not like the dating game.
So you were just looking at their junk down, and looking at that, you eliminate one person. And then and then the screens go up a little higher. Marie, you'll have to tell me what the show's called. The screens go up a little higher, and they show, like, everything but their head. So now you're looking at their whole naked body, and then you eliminate someone else. And then it shows their faces, and then you eliminate someone, and then you hear them talk. We watched it at Lizzie's house one day.
That's hilarious and horrible.
Oh, yeah. But clearly, in America, we would not have a show like that. We had Next, where people get off a bus, and they're like, next. I don't like your dress. Next. You didn't have fun on our rock climbing date. Next.
You didn't smile enough when...
Thanks, MTV, for that shit. Okay. Sorry for that.
We're going to Snowtown, Australia.
Also, Oxygen, an article by Eric Shorey. heraldsun.com/au, an article by Paul Anderson. Murderpedia, adelaidennow.com/au. Snowtown, Australia is a small suburban area about 90 miles from Adelaide with a population of around 467 people. Like a very small suburb, I guess. But I don't know if you can call it a suburb if it's 90 miles, but
yeah, it's just a very small little area.
In 1999... police made a shocking discovery that led them to a horrific serial killer, a case that would put Snowtown on the map for the horrifying, heartbreaking reasons.
Aww.
Let's go. So before I talk about what happened, I want to talk about the pieces of shit who did these crimes. So John Bunting was born September 4th, 1966 in Queensland. He was, per his accounts, driven to murder by his hatred of pedophiles and homosexuals, which in his brain he saw as the same thing.
So he's trying to Dexter it, but for his own prejudice.
Right. Yeah. And the more I get into it, he doesn't even...